gunplay. It's only one way I go, and that's a dumb way. Gunplay, ain't no church for you Sunday. Better get your bed straight up, protect ya. Can't cut us like two niggas with no rubber. I ain't never heard of ya. You ain't no murderer. Robbing and jacking don't make you nothing but a burglar. I bang, she slang, she popping, it knocking, trying to knock out your cat. Everybody manned up, everybody stand up. Click that, click that, click that. Number 10's but I don't know what to talk about, but I'm a gangster. They that chip on the ground and show 'em where I came.